Hello everyone, welcome to a building project that's both challenging and exciting. He begins the hard work of digging, using a shovel to create a series of deep post holes along the guide string. Next, he selects a fallen log and skillfully peels away the bark with a draw knife. He hoists the first heavy, debarked log and sets it vertically into a hole, repeating the process until all the main support posts stand tall. He backfills each hole, tamping the earth down to secure the posts firmly in the ground. With the uprights in place, he brings in milled lumber for the upper frame. Climbing a rustic ladder, he lifts long beams into position, creating the top plates and securing them with a hammer. His focus then shifts to the roof. He measures and cuts rafters on the ground before lifting them into place, carefully constructing the A-frame that will give the shelter its shape. The work then transitions from wood to stone. He prepares a large pile of dirt and gathers a mound of flat, natural stones. After fetching buckets of water from a nearby stream, he mixes the earth with a binding agent to create a natural mortar. He then begins the patient process of building the low walls, laying a bed of mortar and carefully setting the stones between the wooden posts, slowly raising the foundation of his wilderness cabin from the ground up. With the unique walls of his cabin already standing, he turns his attention back to the roof. He lifts a large timber into place, securing the main beam of the structure. Climbing a ladder, he begins installing the roof rafters, carefully measuring, cutting, and hammering each piece to form the sturdy A-frame. Once the rafters are set, he begins the meticulous task of creating a loft floor, laying down planks one by one and nailing them securely to the crossbeams. He measures and cuts vertical planks, fitting them together to enclose the space. He even crafts a small window opening in the gable end before using a blowtorch to char the wooden frame, a natural method for preserving the wood. Next comes the roof covering itself. He lays down long, wide planks with a live edge overlapping them like large shingles to create a rustic, weatherproof surface. He works his way up the roof, carefully cutting and fitting each board to ensure a tight seal against the elements. After completing the main roof, he adds the final rafters and sheathing to the porch roof. As the project nears completion, he addresses the window openings, cutting and fitting a clear plastic material to serve as panes. The final major step is constructing a door, which he builds from several planks fastened together with cross braces. With the door hung and the window sealed, his handcrafted wilderness shelter stands complete, a testament to skill and perseverance. He begins by constructing a rustic railing for the deck of his A-frame cabin, notching and fitting together natural logs and branches to create a secure and organic-looking barrier. Once the railings are complete, he moves to the back of the structure, applying an insulation layer before meticulously covering it with vertical wooden planks, creating a solid, weatherproof wall. Returning to the roof, he carefully lays the final courses of wide, overlapping boards, ensuring a tight seal. He completes the roof by installing a ridge cap, securing it firmly in place. Inside, he focuses on making the space habitable, building a raised sleeping platform. He then shifts his attention back outside, measuring, cutting, and assembling shelves and a series of charming wooden planter boxes, which he mounts to the front facade of the cabin. He fills these boxes with soil and plants them with colorful flowers, adding a touch of life and beauty to the wooden structure. With the main construction finished, he builds and hangs a sturdy wooden door, fitting it with a rustic latch. The finishing touches include painting the door a dark color for protection and contrast, and using a blowtorch to char the surfaces of the deck furniture and window frames, a technique that both preserves the wood and gives it a beautiful darkened finish. His A-frame cabin now stands complete, a cozy retreat nestled in the woods. His work, however, is not done, as he immediately breaks ground on a new project, beginning the hard labor of digging a large pit into a nearby grassy hillside. He begins the final stages of his earth-sheltered dugout by laying a foundation of slender birch poles across the roof beams. Over this wooden lattice, a large waterproof membrane is carefully unrolled, creating a vital barrier against moisture. He meticulously staples it down, ensuring every inch is secure before cutting a hole for a chimney pipe. The next step is to seamlessly blend the structure into the hillside. He carefully harvests large sections of living turf from a nearby meadow, painstakingly cutting and lifting the grassy sod. Piece by piece, he carries these heavy mats to his shelter and lays them over the waterproof membrane, transforming the roof into a green, living part of the landscape that will provide excellent insulation. With the living roof in place, his attention turns to the facade. He adds decorative trim using sawn log rounds which beautifully frame the roofline, the circular windows, and the doorway. He installs simple window panes secured with rustic wooden crossbars. Preparing for the colder months, he gathers and splits a supply of firewood. For the finishing touches, he builds a charming, low-wattle fence in front of the entrance, weaving thin branches between upright stakes. He then lays a beautiful cordwood path leading to the door, setting flat, round wood slices into the earth. Finally, he constructs a sturdy plank door, cladding it with split birch logs to complete the natural aesthetic. With a rustic handle attached, the cozy subterranean home is ready to be occupied. Thank you all for watching today's building journey. See you in the next project.